Hi all, how you doing? Hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. Okay, so I'm on the Lightchain AI website, and yeah, so let's just have a very quick look because I haven't looked at this project in a while, and a few things has sort of sprung to my attention that should have, come to my attention ages ago, but I was basically blind to it. So it's currently raised just under $19 million, which is a ridiculous amount of money, because I believe this is a scam project. Anyhow, what I wanted to have a look at was the logo. All right. So they've got this sort of electricity kind of logo in a circle. I mean, that's how I describe it. It looks like some sort of lightning bolt kind of exciting image in a circle. Okay. And I was thinking, I'm sure I've seen this logo before somewhere, or this imagery somewhere before. And it's come to my attention, it looks very similar to the Blockdag X1 miner. Okay. I don't know if it's just on the X1 miner. Um, but you can see they're very similar. They've got this sort of Z on its angled upwards or downwards, whatever you want to describe it, in a circle. So Blockdag and Lightchain AI share some kind of similarity in their image. Okay, it seems that way to me anyway. I mean, you might think, that looks a bit of a tenuous link to me. Um, often you can look at websites and see there's some sort of similarity between them. Okay, but what I would say is if the teams have created both of these websites, then they quite often share images or use images and stuff they've used on other websites. I know as a website designer, I used to use, stuff that I thought was quite funky and good. I would often use it on another person's website because the idea, to me, there's like millions of websites. What does it matter that if you're using one website, one image on one website and one image on another? Okay, if it's just like an icon or that kind of thing, it's not like sort of copyrightable or anything like that. And, are these people going to recognize it? Probably not, especially if they're in from different um, um, what's the word now? They're basically different, one's about horses, one's about cars or whatever kind of thing. But here, these are both about crypto, aren't they? So I think there's more likely that people are going to see both of these images. All right. So I think that's a little bit of a mistake to make. Um, Now, some of you will say, hold on a minute, John, that's a bit of a tenuous link. It could just be a coincidence, whatever. But then when you start seeing articles, okay, so Blockdag and Lightchain AI, early buyers score 500 free Skyren tokens, okay? So if you basically this article says if you've bought either, confirm pre-sale participation in Blockdag or Lightchain AI. So this article is effectively trying to get you to buy Blockdag or Lightchain. So they don't really care which one you buy. So in my eyes, if they don't really care which one you buy, okay, to get these Skyrim tokens, it means they probably own them both. Okay. So it seems to me that, the people behind Blockdag are potentially also behind Lightchain and vice versa. There's another article, okay, same kind of thing, uh Blockdag and Lightchain AI pre-sale members eligible for 500 Skyrim. So this is like obviously put out on PR article sites, okay, to the masses. But what about this one as well? Blockdag, Mind of Pepe, Lightchain AI, and Remitix. So all of these I've covered, and all of these, in my opinion, scam projects. Okay. Um, Obviously, all of these have raised a lot have raised millions of dollars. Obviously, Blockdag has raised the most. But again, some of you will be saying, well, hold on a minute, John. Again, this is just some journalist who's written this article, so they can kind of write whatever they like. And they're just sort of saying that these are some of the biggest pre-sales, that raised the most. And you say, yeah, okay, that's fair enough. That's a fair enough comment. But then when you go down to the bottom of the article, Disclaimer, this is a sponsored press release. So in other words, this isn't by a journalist who's created this. This is made by somebody to put up on this website. It's been paid for, okay, or um, the people behind this website also own all the other websites as well. That is a possibility, a very strong possibility as well, because hey, it's going to cost a lot of money to put all of these PR articles on all of these websites, all right? And keep doing it every sort of day or every week just to keep um, the momentum going, keep the marketing going. So look, disclaimer, this is a sponsored press release and is for informational purposes only. It does not reflect the views of Crypto Daily, nor is it intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, or financial advice. So my question to you would be, if you're a company, let's say you're a Lightchain AI, okay? Let's say you're Lightchain AI and you write an article. Would you include Remitix, Mine of Pepe, and Blockdag in this article? No, I don't believe you would. If you've got nothing to do with these other things, you wouldn't include them. You just focus surely on Lightchain AI, okay? Or if you own Remitix, you would just focus on Remitix. So why is it they're focusing on all four of them? Okay. Why have they got all four of them in there? Is it because they're all kind of related, that the people behind them have created all four of these? All right. And that's why, you get this idea that the team behind them are creating all these websites, okay, and using the same images. They probably got a library of resources that they can call upon and tweak a little bit. And obviously, they tweak a few things and make them slightly different because obviously these things are different. And yes, you can say they are different, but they definitely share some similarities as well. But it's these articles like this that sort of say, "Whoa, hold on a minute. These look like, they're connected. Why would you put all of these in an article, pay for the article and put it up there? Okay, and no doubt this will probably appear on multiple PR websites. Okay, so let me know in the comments what you think. Are the people behind Blockdag also behind Lightchain and maybe Miner Pepe and Remitix and God knows what how many other projects there are? I mean, I've already sort of mentioned other projects that are connected. Okay, but I wasn't entirely sure that Blockdag was, say, connected with Lightchain AI and Minder Pepe. So that's kind of news to me. So let me know in the comments what you think. It is, if I was one of these people who'd invested in something like Blockdag, and I knew that the people behind Blockdag also created, say, Mind of Pepe or Lightchain AI or Remitix, that would be huge red flags to me if I'd invested in something like Blockdag. All right. Especially with yeah. Okay. Let me know in the comments what you think.